Today, we shall be talking about the disadvantages or demerits, limitations or the drawbacks of cooperative organization. I would recommend to you first go to our video regarding the features and the meaning of cooperative organization and then come back. Here we shall be discussing the disadvantages. Now, the first disadvantage or the drawback is the limited resources, limited capital, insufficient funds which the cooperative society has to face. See, the resources of the cooperative society, how will the money pour in? The money will come in the form of capital which will be contributed by the members of the society. The members are usually the people who themselves have limited resources. All those people who have common interest, they will come together to form a society. Now, their capital will be the main source, main resource of funds of cooperative society. And to add on, there is no compulsion for a fixed capital. There is no compulsion to contribute some minimum amount of capital to become a member. Any member can, no doubt, every member has to bring in the capital. You have to contribute. But what should be some minimum amount? There is no such minimum amount. So what happens is that the total resources of the cooperative society are very limited. Then there is one principle which says that one man, one vote. Even if you contribute the capital 10 times more than the other people, still you will be having just one vote. Because even if you contribute more, you will not be having a bigger say. So that is why people are discouraged to contribute more capital. Because even if they contribute more funds to the society, their vote will be considered only one. So there is no encouragement to the people. There is no allurement to them that come on, give more money to us. Because there is no such encouragement. So people, they will not be contributing more funds. Then the society generally does not rely on outside funds, right? Now, how will the money come in? The money will come in from the members. They themselves have limited resources. Further, the number of members is also limited. It is not that, oh my God, unlimited number of members, so the total capital contribution will be so high. No, the number of members is limited. Their resources are limited. Money has to pour in from the members. So what happens as a result is that there are insufficient funds. There is limited capital. They don't have large influx of money with them. This is the first and the main disadvantage which a cooperative society faces. See, the rate of return is also quite low. If I am investing in a cooperative society, what is the rate of return I am getting on my investment? It is very low because the society does not work for profit. It is working for social welfare, for mutual help. Let me give you an example. This is Mr. K. He is a member of a cooperative society. Obviously, he has to contribute his capital. He has invested in the society. How much return is he getting back on his investment? The answer is very, very low rate of return because the society is not working for profit. They don't have profit motive in mind. So now the question arises, will this Mr. K invest more funds in the society? He will not invest. Why? Because he is getting a very low rate of return. Because if the investment is not profitable, no rational person will put in more funds in that avenue. He will not invest more in the capital in this cooperative society. He will not put in more funds because the investment is not profitable and the rate of return is very low. So therefore, the cooperative organizations, they face shortage of capital due to insufficient funds because the members have to contribute. There is no minimum amount. Any member can bring in any amount of capital and be a member. So, and on the top of it, the rate of return is so low and there is no encouragement for saving. Therefore, all the cooperative societies, they face limited capital as the major problem. Next point is inefficiency in management. How is the cooperative society being managed? We told you that it is managed by an elected members. They form managing committee. It is a democratic set of government, right? Now, because it is managed by the members, these members only offer honorary services to the cooperative society on a voluntary basis. Whosoever wants to come forward for a post, you are welcome, and those members only manage the cooperative society. But the problem is that these members, they are not professional experts. They are not able to handle the management functions very effectively. They are inexperienced persons. So if the managing committee consists of inexperienced, not qualified people, so the management is not going to be handled in an efficient way. These organizations, just as we told you that they lack sufficient funds, so they are not able to pay high salary to the professional and qualified people. Obviously, if you are hiring some professional or a qualified person, he will be working only for a good salary, but you don't have funds. So how will you pay that salary? You are unable to pay, and the less salary is not going to attract qualified staff. And the members only are managing, and the members, they are not qualified, they are inexperienced people. The members, they are not expert in management, but the whole management and the whole control lies in the hands of the members only. So what we come to the conclusion is that the cooperative societies, they face inefficiency in management. The management team is not very efficient. They are not qualified because generally the members only perform this management work. Next point, lack of secrecy. It is very difficult to maintain secrecy of operations of working in the society. There are open discussions by the members during the meetings. And then on the top of it, as per the Cooperative Societies Act, there are disclosure obligations. They have to disclose their working to the general public. So you cannot keep anything secret. You have to make it public. The minimum numbers of members is 10. So therefore, no information can be kept secret. It will be revolving around each and every member. Then there are full chances that this information will be leaked in different areas. Therefore, these cooperative societies, they are facing the lack of secrecy in their operations. Next slide says that the government control. Now, when we discuss the features of the cooperative society, we said that these organizations, they are getting many privileges from the government. So many concessions, tax benefits are also provided to them by the government. Now, if the government is doing so much for these cooperative societies, the government wants something in return. What is that? In return, these organizations, they have to comply with several rules and regulations relating to the auditing of accounts and submission of accounts. So they are under the government pressure because the government is giving them concessions. In return, they have to abide by the rules which are created for the cooperative societies by the government. Regarding the auditing of accounts and of the submission of accounts, they have to comply by these rules. It is essential for a cooperative organization to get its accounts audited by the auditors of the cooperative department, and you have to submit these accounts with the registrar. There is excessive government regulation and control, and the government at times also interferes in the functioning of the society. What happens is that the freedom of operations is negatively affected because there is so much of interference, there are so many rules and regulations. These regulations, they restrict the flexibility and efficiency of the working of the organization. Okay, so in this point we saw that if government is helping these societies, in return the government wants them to abide by the special rules which are made for these cooperative societies, and at times this restricts the flexibility and inefficiency of the operations. Next point is the difference of opinion, or sometimes it happens with the conflict among the members. There can be a dispute between the managing committee members on the one hand and the other members on the one hand. So they don't come to a one final conclusion. They have difference of opinion at certain times. The members, they are from different sections of the society because there is no restriction on entering of any member. Any person of any caste, creed, religion is open to join a cooperative society. So there is no restriction. It is full freedom of entry. So that is why people are from different sections of society and they may be having disputes. There will be difference of opinion. Some members may be having a rigid attitude, which may lead to tense situation, and it can further lead to conflict among the members. Sometimes the personal or the selfish motive of certain members also starts dominating the welfare and the service motive. So the welfare motive, the mutual health and the social service motive is kept far behind, and what takes the limelight is the personal and the selfish motive of some members. If the personal gain is given preference by some members, then the main objective, the mission of organization itself fails. There are minimum 10 members needed as per the Societies Act, and there is no limit for the maximum number of members. So there can be any number of members. So at times we see that there comes groupism. The members are divided into certain groups. They make a separate lobby on the personal and professional levels. All this affects for the negative decisions of the society, and the efficiency of the management is also affected. So here we take up the summary for the limitations or the demerits or the disadvantages of the cooperative society. The first is the insufficient funds, which means the limited capital. The management is inefficient because there is no qualified experienced staff. It is very difficult to maintain the secrecy of operations in a cooperative society. There is so much of excessive government control, and there are generally we see that there is difference of opinion or conflict among the members. So here we come to the end of the article. I hope I have made the things very clear to you. In case you have any doubt, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. If you want to give me a suggestion, you are more than welcome. Please write it in the comment section. Kindly like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay blessed.